Hi, everyone. Nadi on welcome. Too Much Studio. This is the first nurses of the ABC of singing a stands for alignment. It's really important before you start singing. Don't just launch straight into it's really worthwhile for you to take a couple of seconds just to look at what your body is doing. See if you can notice of those any bits in your body, any parts that are holding unnecessary attention. And what I mean by that, I give you a good example that sometimes if you've had a stressful day at work, your body will be stressed because you feel stress that your shoulders will be tense. And sometimes I get really, quite often as tension around my jaw. This is my problem idiot right here. And it's something that I always have to be mindful of, is making sure my jaw doesn't law. That's most common ones. People finally under have tension in the body, shoulders, other jaw. But sometimes people also haven't at lower body, so doing some stretches and some exercises to help eradicate that tension will make your singing so much better. If your body is tense, your sun is going to sign intense. And if your body is relaxed, your singing is definitely gonna sign more relaxed. And by that in turn, it's probably gonna send a whole lot. What? Bassett as well. So when I'm thinking about alignments, I think you but 45 seconds or something just before get invited to sing a quick checklist. Let's start with the feet, and you can't see my feet on. Fortunately for the men, and what people usually do, is that when they're bit nervous to lay eggs car completely to get like this, could you feel a bit freaked out or something? 10. A wider stance is roughly hit with the part. Make sure that your feet are on the ground all the time. And using another copen think people do is when the gap but navis that maybe put their weight on one leg and kind of fidgety about a little bit like that. That's making your body work so much harder because no one leaves it trying to sing. It's trying to balance what your body is doing as well, so just making sure that you have a few order grade all the time. It's all about distribution of weight off your body. Don't make things unnecessarily complicated, and they don't have to be. And when I'm in a Bentley, keeping your feet on the ground, both feet on the ground all the time, it doesn't mean that you can't move. You could booth. You could dance. You could do whatever. But it's all a bit keeping distribution of your weight through bull flags, and I makes things so much easier. Next thing is to look at. Is the knees another call? Been saying that people do. Is that the holder? These really tight with the stressed. So why do? Sometimes I just pop up in time. I used to be really bad with holder by these tight, intense zing them to the point. Honestly, I didn't even notice I was doing it anymore. So something that have to be quite mindful of this well as tension and knees. And so let's go up to the next bit. Next I have for you is to think about looking at your body, but from the side. So far, trended ironed s actually attempt from the world of horse trading. If you look at your ankle, knee, hip, his shoulder in your ear, they should be roughly in a straight line. And what is common thing that happens with singers? Is that your soul? I am thinking about projecting your voice away. You don't realize it, but over time, and you've been practicing a lot, there's a tendency for singers to kind of think of it forward, 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 forward all the time before you know it, and make sure needs go bit tense and your body is actually in and forward and you don't mean it to. So look it over your shoulder and just thinking about your knee. Uncle hit shoulder, you're bringing your hips and your shoulders back until Lehman with your knees could really help. I mentioned the shoulders felder, some trying to some sort of exercise. Even if it's late. Put your hand on your shoulder. There's some I do all the time is really shoulders that I'm like that and